And now it's my honor to introduce our next speaker. She is a truly progressive Jewish voice who so eloquently speaks out on important issues like the Israeli-Palestinian situation, social justice, same-sex marriage, and interfaith relations. Please welcome one of the most influential leaders in European Jewry from the United Kingdom, Senior Rabbi Laura Janner-Klausner.
It may look different, it may sound different, but it's definitely the same melody, the same tones, just in a different pitch. Anti-Semitism is the oldest hatred. And I was raised in a British left-wing Zionist home, brought up with three interweaving melodies that are the tones of my identity. And God Save Our Gracious Queen, and also the people's flag is deepest red. A typical, healthy, hybrid, heartfelt diaspora identity. But in the diaspora, we now sense a change in the mood music. And many of us are troubled by what we fear is the resurgence of our Pesach melody, V'hisha Amda. In every generation, they try to destroy us. So are we right? Is this what's happening now? Well, in the world of muscular Judaism that the film describes so brilliantly, Jewish history is a marathon. And like all marathon athletes, we should only set a training strategy when we have a plan that responds to meticulous, evidence-based facts. And as Jews here for the long run, we need to carry out a self-assessment. We need to measure what are our strengths and our injuries. Our historical wounds affect how we experience reality, especially now, when events frequently remind us of our past. The evidence in Britain shows that the majority of British people feel good about Jews. However, there are about 3% who are hardcore anti-Semites. And in the last few years, we've experienced a proven increase in the number of recorded anti-Semitic incidents, even if in the UK, its growth is from a low baseline. So in absolute terms, the numbers haven't skyrocketed. But our fears have, and our anger has. As Catch-22 author Joseph Heller said, just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they're not out to get you. And in Britain, like in most countries, anti-Semitism used to be from primarily the right. But now we're seeing a disturbing change on the far left. And many on the hard left have always accused Jews of being exploitative, colonialists, and capitalist oppressors. The difference now is that these very people have mainstream power. They're the leaders. They're no longer floundering on the margins. The leader of the Labour Party, of Her Majesty's opposition, is a false messiah. Jeremy Corbyn is deceitful and has brought the Labour Party into extreme disrepute. He cynically tries to deflect the institutional anti-Semitism by claiming it's a smear, invented by Jews to undermine him personally. So even now, anti-Semitism is being dismissed as a Jewish conspiracy. And if that's not anti-Semitism, I don't know what is. And as senior rabbi on behalf of the British Jewish community, I hold him directly responsible for enabling and colluding in institutional anti-Semitism. Yes, I'm furious because I know the facts. I'm often asked, are we back in the 1930s? No, we're not. We're not. British state institutions are firmly alongside us to ensure our protection, and we must appreciate and nurture our golden allies. So I love what the Genesis Prize and our laureate, Robert Kraft, are doing. Responding to real danger with a real plan. Not shouting, stamp it out, but reacting with clear, measurable action, impactful programs. And for me, my response to rising anti-Semitism in Britain is also practical. We know there's a disproportionate amount of anti-Jewish and anti-Zionist feeling in many UK Muslim communities. And soft interfaith dialogue about what we have in common is useful, but now it's inadequate on its own. There's a time to chat and a time to challenge. Now's the time to challenge. And so I founded a national programme called Real Conversations with brave Muslim partners to enable difficult, challenging conversations. And we, together, challenge anti-Jewish attitudes driven by proxy hatred of diaspora Jews held responsible for events in Israel. We're seen as one, diaspora and Israel. Wherever we live, however we pray, however we vote, we're seen as one. So we have to be as one. And as one people, with a plan, we can successfully fight anti-Semitism together.